Hi guys, on today's episode I want to cover the wheel and tyre sizes of the 2018 Nissan Leaf and why it's relevant to the private hire and taxi industry. Now before I start, all my information I'm about to reveal to you guys I've actually translated off the Nissan French website over in France. Now I have actually seen that we're going to get a third trim level introduced. I've seen it on web pages as well that in the UK we're going to get this as well, which is a thing called the N Connect. Now this is basically going to be it's going to incorporate the 360-degree camera, which is optional on some of the other models and standard on, say, like the Tecna. It will come with the privacy glass and the 17-inch wheels. Now, as I say, these are just technical specs I've actually got off their site, so they could actually change. I'm hoping they don't, and I hope we actually get the exact specs, give or take specs and technical specifications as what the French counterparts are going to get over on the continent. Now the reason why I'm hoping this is because on the Vista and the Acenta, these come with 16-inch wheels. Now why this is really relevant to the private hire and taxi industry is tyre size. Now on the 17-inch rims, when I was at the launch event, they were 215/50 R17s. Now the 16-inch rims that I've checked on the French site actually come with 205/55 R16s. Now the reason this is really relevant is tyre cost and the prices and availability of these tyres, because the 205 section 55 is a very common tyre choice in Europe, especially on hatchbacks and saloons and estates and things like that. Now I've checked on a lot of sites that actually supply tyres, and basically going up from the 205 up to the 215 and obviously onto the 16-inch, onto the 17-inch rim with a slightly lower profile, jumps up the prices of about 45 to 50% per tyre. So effectively on my vehicle right now, even these winter Goodyear Ultra Grip 9s, which are about £90 each, you can't get the Ultra Grip 9s on the 17-inch. You have to jump up to Goodyear Performance Gen 1s apparently, and they're about £145 each, which is, I say, like a 50% increase. It's actually over 50%. And obviously you're going to have tyre availability, which is going to be lowered on the 17-inch rims. Now, so within our industry, I actually change my tyres on the front about twice a year. So on that alone, I'm going to be saving about £200. So effectively, at the moment, £180 for 2 front tyres, times 2, 360 over the 2-year period. On the new vehicle, it's going to be £600 for the 2 sets. So it's effectively 150 times 4, £600, give or take. So there's like £200 a year extra savings on the 16-inch rims. Now, 2 other points that can be quite relevant to the smaller tyre size. The first one is a smaller little detail, and again I've taken these technical specifications off the French site, and that is turning circle. Now I did actually want turning circle facts that I actually tried getting while I was at the launch event, and no one seemed to know because it was quite new, which is understandable. But on the French site, the 17-inch rims have got a 11-metre turning circle, and the 16-inch rims actually come with a 10.6, so it's about 15-16 inches, which could make a difference if you're trying to do quite a tight turn or a 3-point turn. So that's one little bonus. But the other point, which I think could actually be really relevant here, because I've actually seen some other tests done with other BEVs regarding slightly bigger wheels and wider profiles. So say going from, say, a 215 to a 235 section profile, the range on these BEVs actually drops quite dramatically. I mean, it's not like 50%, it's like 15-18%. Now I wonder if going from the 17-inch down to the 16-inch, and more importantly going down from that 215 to the 205 section, I wonder if the 205 section vehicles are actually going to be more beneficial in terms of range. It might be an interesting fact. I mean, the range estimations they might have actually done might have actually been on the 17-inch rims, and those 205 section tyres might actually push the range up by maybe another 10%, which could push that up to 170 miles as opposed to 150 on the 17. So it could be a beneficial little plus point. Like I've said in my last video regarding the privacy glass, which is standard on the end connector on this French site again, and the Tecna, and is optional on the acenta. The acenta is going to be the model of choice, I think, or the Vista for that matter, because it's still a very good spec within the private hire and taxi industry. But I actually think the sweet spot is going to be this acenta, and I've actually left a message with my local dealer that I actually want to transfer my deposit off the 2.0 over to the acenta, which I appreciate is going to possibly cause a delay in me actually getting the vehicle. But these tyres and rim sizes, I think, is going to be very, very relevant long term to the vehicle in terms of costings, unless of course they can actually, which I said in my last video, I've actually asked if they could actually, while they're manufacturing the vehicle, actually fit standard tinted glass instead of the privacy glass to the vehicle, and maybe even drop down to 16-inch rims. The 17-inch and the privacy glass are both options or part of a look package. If they can do an adjustment on the price, obviously that's fine. If they can't, then like I say, there was the option of actually transferring your deposit, which was mentioned at the launch event, down to any of the other trim levels when they're released. So that's about it for today, guys. But I say it is probably worth bearing in mind those tyre sizes, not least for the costings, obviously the costings, but the little bit of the turning circle, and also possibly for the extra range you're going to get. Bye, guys.